here. I am Papun Naik from Class-VII. Now I am going to talk about global warming and climate change. So without wasting any time, let's begin. So what is climate change? Climate change means that Earth weather is changing slowly over years. It happens because human actions like driving cars, making electricity, releases special gas into the air, making these gases trap heat, making our planet warmer. This warming can make weather more wild, melt ice in cold places, and can be hard for people and animals to live with. So, evidence of climate change. Scientists have recorded global rising temperature, melting glaciers, and increasing sea levels. These changes lead to more frequent and severe weather events like storms, floods, and heat waves. Animals and ecosystems are also affected by their habitats or they disappear. Earth's average surface temperature has risen about 3.1 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. You can see here from 1880s to 90s it was normal. After that it started to rise. Glaciers and ice sheets around the world including Greenland and Antarctica are melting rapidly. Arctic Sea is shrinking with significant reductions observed in recent decades. Sea levels are risen due to melting ice and thermal expansion of seawater. Ocean has warmed significantly, absorbing 90% of the excess heat from the global warming. So, types of global warming. Global warming. This means that Earth is getting hotter over time because of gases from cars, factories, and cutting down trees. Weather changes. Sometimes the weather becomes very different like before, like more heavy rains, storms, and droughts. Ice melting. Because of warming, ice in cold places like the North Pole is melting, which causes sea levels to rise. Extreme weather. More heat means more stronger storms, more wildfires, and sometimes droughts, sometimes floods or droughts. Effects of climate change. Climate change causes more frequent and intense heat, making summer hotter. It leads to longer and more severe wildfire seasons, increasing the risk of forest fire. Changing rainfall patterns cause flood in some places and droughts in others. Rising sea levels from melting ice threaten coastal communities with flooding and erosion. Warmer temperature damage ecosystem and harm wildlife habitats. Ocean warming and acidification threaten marine life like coral reef. Agriculture is affected by changing weather, risking food shortage due to droughts or flooding. Human health can suffer from heat stress, respiratory issues, and spread of disease. Extreme weather events like hurricanes and storms becomes more destructive and frequent. Poorer and vulnerable population face greater risk as there are fewer resources to adopt. Carbon footprint. So what is carbon footprint? A carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gas released by a person or an activity in the atmosphere. Everyday action like driving cars, using electricity, and eating certain foods contribute to one's carbon footprint. Reducing this footprint helps slow climate change. Here you can see the carbon footprints done by something. 4% for fuel production and transmission, 4% for non-road transportation, 2.6% petroleum refining, 1.4% of waste, land use change and forestry 9%, electricity and heat 18%, building 6.4%, industry 20%, road transportation 10%, other energy 9.6% and agriculture 15%. Solutions to climate change. Solutions include renewable energy sources like solar energy and wind energy that do not produce any greenhouse gases. Planting trees absorb carbon dioxide, recycling, conserving water and reducing waste are simple actions that helps too. Climate change and future jobs. The green economy creates new jobs in renewable energy, environmental science and conservation. Encouraging learning and skill development in this area can prepare ourselves for future careers that support a sustainable planet. Conclusion. Making personal pledges to adopt eco-friendly habits encourages responsibility and collective action. Ending positively with hope and teamwork reinforces that together everyone can contribute to protecting the earth for today and future generations. So, thank you for listening my presentation. I am happy to take any questions.